is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report, Sam's Mental Health Day. Here's Claire McCaskill on more after this. Missouri revotes Republicans despite doesn't seem like they're going to listen and make it easier to buy. On with the voters register, because Claire McCaskill says Missouri is a MAGA state, believing that you have to have a baby no matter what, but you can carry an AK-47 wherever you want. That state race to make even more easier to buy guns. Missouri votes that children can carry a gun when and where they want without supervision. Now, I wonder kids are going around the corner and shooting up around the corner. Claire McCaskill.
Joining me now is Claire McCaskill as well as Brittany Packnett Cunningham. I'm going to start with you, Claire, because you were a statewide legislator in the state of Missouri. I know it's supposed to be Missouri, so I'm going to use my Midwest accent and say Missouri. Why won't legislators in the state of Missouri change it?
Well, you have to understand that Missouri is dominated by MAGA. Missouri is dominated by a Republican Party that sees absolutely no problem with telling a 12-year-old girl that she must give birth to her stepfather's baby after she has been victimized by incest for a year, but tells her 12-year-old brother, yeah, you can carry an AR-15 openly, publicly, anywhere you want in Missouri, and the police can't even stop you or take it away from you. That's the state we're living in. That's how extreme our laws are. And they are in a race to make it even more extreme every single day. I mean, Joy, think about this for a minute, especially in light of Children's Mercy calling for parents to please contact them because maybe one of the many children they're treating for gunshot wounds at Children's Mercy, which is just a few blocks from Union Station, that maybe their children are there and their parents haven't been able to find them. Just keep in mind that there was a bill put on the floor in the House of Representatives in Missouri that said, we're going to ban children from openly carrying weapons in public places without adult supervision, right? Now, what do you think? Probably 90% of America supports that. 95% of America supports that. Guess what happened? The Republicans in Missouri voted it down. They wanted to make sure that children could openly carry any weapon they wanted, no permit, no training, without adult supervision in public places. So no wonder the governor is running in fear today at this rally with his security detail while children are getting shot up right around the corner.
The main way in which CPT works is to look at the way people have made sense of the traumatic event. And there are some ways in which you've made sense of it that can keep you stuck in the trauma memories, and they keep occurring because you haven't really developed a story that you can live with. And that's the main way in which CPT works. And so in the spirit of figuring out the way that you made sense of it, early on there's a focus on the therapist asking more questions, hearing about the event either by virtue of the patient writing a trauma account or the therapist asking curious questions about what happened. And early on, that's the therapist's job more, and then as the therapy progresses, there are sessions that are really designed to teach the client how to become their own therapist so that they can use the skills to continue to unravel those stuck points or ways of thinking that have led to them not recovering from the traumatic event, and then to be able to apply that in their day-to-day life.
The therapist's job is not to instill our beliefs on the client. So what I more think is a better way to look at that process is the client almost going to like a court of thought in a way, where they have a prosecutor and they have a defense in their own head. And you're looking at evidence, and in your own head you're learning to look at it from multiple ways. So you take the same evidence, you write it down, they do a lot of detailed journaling, they actually write a trauma story, they write a trauma impact, and in doing those accounts, then they go back and they look at it from multiple viewpoints. The prosecutor's telling you, you're right, the world's bad, the world's dangerous, you should believe that. The defense attorney's saying, wait a minute, you forgot these nice people over here and that person at the store who helped you out when your baby was sick, and so that evidence back and forth starts to get you to have a more balanced view.
Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam for Sam Sports Report. Cognitive processing is a general term describes series of cognitive operations carried out in the creation of manipulation of mental representation of information. Cognitive processing may include attention of processing, reasoning, emotional learning, synthesizing, rearrangement, and multiple manipulation of stored information. Memory storage is relative and conscious and learning concepts, or unconscious learning, a skill of granted, e.g. recalling information, memory, and tallied by a novel story input environment, solve problems. Cognitive behavioral therapy techniques for PTSD, while cognitive general CBT toolbox is specific to exist to reduce symptoms of PTSD, such as cognitive reinstruction. Negative multiple thoughts process can impact someone's memory and emotions. Traumas experience cognitive restructuring of CBT. It is used to helping to explore challenges, trading negative thoughts with more perceptive of healthy ones ground reality. Stress training of PTSD provides independently or with other treatments. It focuses on teaching coping techniques to lower anxiety when experiencing stress related stimulation and PTSD. Healthy coping techniques such as breathing sessions, progressive muscle relaxation skills, and communication skills are used to increase clients' ability to time of stress. Acceptance therapy, ACT. Acceptance therapy is a new model of CBT. It focuses on acknowledging and accepting thoughts of emotions surrounding the stress-related stimuli of memories of the trauma of necessarily controlling or challenging thoughts. What is CBT? Involved techniques act reduces power, trauma, invent individual act is often offshot of mindfulness-based CBT, based specific treatments that continue to be developed in mindfulness or PTSD techniques to provide coping skills. EMDR decision is physical therapy to heal symptoms repeated of symptoms of showing using EMDR experiences of the therapy. Once it is taken many different, it is widely assumed that severe emotional pain requires to heal long time to heal. EMDR therapy shows the mind in fact heal from psychologist trauma much as the body recovers from physical trauma. When you cut your hand, your body works to close the wound. If a foreign object is repeated injury, it irritates the wound. It faster causes pain. Once blockage removed, healing process of EMDR therapy demonstrates sequences of occurrence, mental health process. The brain information is processing moves toward the health. If the system is blocked, imbalance of the impact, disturbing emotional would fester, can cause intense after trauma, PTSD of happening of what EMDR and trauma allows you start to heal. EMDR will help you pay attention to a back and forth moment, sound like you can call the upsetting memory until the shift occurs. The way you experience the memory, more information, past process. Although EMDR is effective treatment PTSD, there is a disagreement about how it works. Some researchers show that the back and forth movement isn't important of the treatment, but others research shows the opposite. What has EMDR helped me with? Helped me with forgetting the situation and moving on from the situation by abusing me physically words Father Wilson called in this podcast. CBT has helped me with developing strategies to help PTSD and help many other stressors. CBT had to take with the right teacher to have it help me. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report and Sam's Mental Health Day.